All right. Good morning. Yeah, it's still morning. Good morning, everybody. It's been a minute since I've posted, and a lot has happened within the last week since I've posted. I can honestly say I think I found my neurosurgeon, Dr. Figueroa in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Their staff has been the best, most compassionate and caring, and the ones who have done their best to work with me and do what they can to get me seen the fastest. So, short tidbit is I went into a really dark, deep depression this past week. Probably the darkest that I've been yet. I just could not feel like I do anything right in life. I am feeling very overwhelmed with bills and not being able to pay them and not getting my child support. So I'm falling even further behind on rent, and it just was not good. And then it got cold and my gas has been shut off, and I'm trying to get help to get it turned back on, and things just aren't going well. So my aunt planned a trip north. I'm from Michigan, so north to us is the Upper Peninsula. And so we went to Marquette for the weekend and stayed with some family. And we left Friday. We got back late Sunday night, and it was just really good. I pushed myself to do more than what I should have because I didn't want to be the Debbie Downer of the trip. So I went to Quananum Falls. Never seen a waterfall in my life before, so that was really cool. And then, of course, we crossed, the Mackinac Bridge. So Mackinac Bridge to Quananum Falls, and then we got to my aunt's house in the UP, and then the next day we went to just some touristy attractions. Some of them I don't remember the names of, but we went to my favorite that I really wanted to go to, that to me was going to mean the most, and that was Black Rocks. Black Rocks was beautiful. I can't even put it into words. The colors of the leaves north were already changed, and it was just a gorgeous scenery, and the water, and it was just gorgeous. And it was exactly what I needed. I did too much physically, and my body really did not handle it well. I sort of lost my crap silently on the way home, after we were done doing the tourist things. My aunt and uncle were in the front, and then me and my son were in the captain chairs of a minivan, and then my aunt who brought us and a cousin was in the back. And then we met another one of my cousins for lunch, and then the aunt who we were staying with left with that cousin to go pick up stuff for dinner. And so the cousin, I know it's confusing, the cousin that we were there to see was actually in the front with her dad now, and then my aunt was in the very back seat, and me and my son were like side by side. And my aunt kind of picked up on the sense that I had faked it too long and I couldn't handle it anymore. And so she told me to get in the back seat, and she sat with my son, who was having a meltdown because it was past nap time. He was tired, overstimulated, etc. And so I laid down in the back seat. My migraine was throbbing. The back of my neck was throbbing. My right here was throbbing. I did too much. And she knew this. And she knew this while we were at Black Rocks, but I told her that I didn't feel like it was fair that we came all this way, because it was like an 8-hour drive, for me to have to tap out. So I stupidly pushed myself too far. And so I ended up that night, we got back to my aunt's about 5 or 6, and I ended up just going and laying down in bed with my son. He needed a nap anyways. And Aunt Lisa, who we were seeing, she came downstairs and she's like, what can I do to help? And so I walked upstairs with her, and she gave me crap ton of medicine, anything that she thought might have helped, and I downed it. It didn't help. And then the kicker, the part that I am most excited about, she is a distributor for Young Living Essential Oils, I think it's called. And she had me try this stuff called PAN, P-A-N, away. And she had me put it on the areas that hurt. So I really massaged it into the back of my neck, like where my skull meets my neck. And then I did it into my temples. And I'm not crapping you, probably 10 minutes, if even, later, I felt like a brand new person. I felt better than I've felt in a very long time. And I looked at her and I said, I don't know what that was, but I need it in my life. And then I saw the price of it and I was like, psych, $56 for a bottle of that 5 milliliter bottle. I was like, sorry, thank you. I appreciate it, but I can't do it. But her being the loving person that she is, and she's a fixer, and she likes to take care of people, she bought me the bottle at her price and sent it to me. So, in about 5 days, I'll be getting it in the mail, and I'm very excited about that because I'm in a lot of pain today. Before we left her house last night, or yesterday morning, we left about noon, she slathered me up again for the trip home, and it helped a lot, but I mean, it was just a lot. And when I got home last night, my head really started to hurt again. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning, but I had to get my son up for school, and I had to carry on because I have a lot of doctor's appointments this week. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. We all know that Emily, can't ever stay focused. And so on the way up there, I got a phone call from Dr. Figueroa's office. And I was like, oh crap. I was supposed to call them once the MRI was scheduled. So I called them back and I was like, and I had the direct line to this lady. I didn't have to go through the humble jumble of dealing with everybody else to get to her. I had her direct line. So I called her. I was like, hey, this is Emily Steinberg. I got my MRI scheduled, and she's like, okay, let's schedule your appointment right here, right now. And if you guys remember from my story, the last neurosurgeon that I'm still waiting to go see was a 3-month wait, 2.5 to 3 months I had to wait, and I still haven't been able to see them. This neurosurgeon saw my first MRI and was like, we need a second one because you got in a car accident and your symptoms are worse. So, needless to say, 2 weeks. I see the neurosurgeon in 2 weeks, Dr. Figueroa, which was very exciting. It's very, relief feeling, like the doctor gets me. The staff understands the pain I'm in. I'm still not working. I'm going to wait the 2 weeks, see what they say. Depending on when surgery is, I might go behind the doctor's back and try to get a job again for a little bit, because I got bills to pay and I can't do this anymore. Like, it adds too much stress to me to not be able to pay my bills. And so it's just, I guess, the highlight of the trip, besides having the mental break that I needed, is the fact that I got my appointment scheduled with the neurosurgeon I wanted, and it's on the 29th. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very nervous. The what ifs are starting to roll through my head. I'm trying to stop them because I'm in a mindset right now that's very positive, and I'm trying my best to stay positive. And if I let the what ifs set in, I'm only going to go back to a dark place. And needless to say, I'm tired of being there. My family's tired of me being there. My son is tired of me being there, and he's only 4. He doesn't deserve to see mommy be there. But on this trip, on the way back, we got a lot discussed between my aunt. My aunt is more like a mom to me. She's taking a lot of responsibility on. My son calls her grandma. And she, basically just said, I plan on being there the day that you have surgery. She's like, I want to be there when you wake up. I want to be there when you go in. She's like, I want to be there for you. And I know it's a 5-day stay in the hospital, and I'm not expecting anybody to be there for me for all 5 days. Because, she has a job. She has a life that she still has to live. She has her own bills she needs to pay. But she has, between her and her daughter Miranda, they have, volunteered to take on the responsibility of my son while I'm in the hospital. And my aunt has volunteered to take on the responsibility of my son while I'm recovering, at least for the first couple weeks. So she basically told me that she plans on moving in for a few weeks, which is scary, because if anybody knows me, my depression, when it gets bad, I stop caring. And if this gives you a little glimpse of what my house looks like, I just stopped picking up. I stopped caring. Before we went on this trip, I did a crap ton of laundry because I had no clean clothes for the trip. So, I'm waiting to go to counseling right now. That's when I make these videos. And because I'm smart and I don't have Wi-Fi, my counseling office has Wi-Fi. So I make the videos. I go to my hour-long appointment, and while I'm in my appointment, the video uploads. Think smarter, not harder. So I just have a lot that I got to get done within the next couple of weeks. Because, again, in the car ride, we discussed the fact that we're kind of, seeing differently about when I want to schedule surgery. She thinks that I should schedule it during Asher's Christmas break, which makes sense in a way, because then there's no worrying about getting him to and from school. But then the other part of me says, I kind of want to schedule it while he's in school, so then I don't have to worry about him while my aunt's at work. So he gets brought to school, and I can just worry about myself and trying to feel better and, recovering. And he's at school. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet. I kind of feel like the decision's not really mine. It is, but it's not, because I feel like I have to let my aunt have this choice, because she's the one who's going to be the mom and the grandma. She's going to be the one who's stepping in as the caregiver, as the supporter. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera somewhere. I'm very shaky. She's the one who's stepping in. So we just gotta, I don't know. We go to the appointment on the 29th. I will discuss with the doctor then. She's debating whether she's gonna go to that appointment with me or not. But I basically found out that, yeah, I will be, scheduling surgery that day. And I actually have my MRI, which I am finding out is a different MRI than I've ever had before, tomorrow night, which is weird. I'm not a night owl, but I am. But I have a 11:15 p.m. MRI. So that shall be fun. Yeah, pain-wise, with the season changing and the weather changing, I'm in a lot of pain. I've been a lot dizzier lately. The vertigo's worse. My primary care physician has changed my medication up. I mean, I'm on so many pills right now that I don't pay attention to what I'm on anymore. I just read when I'm supposed to take them, put them in the pill box, and then I take them. But, I know I'm on Topamate, and I'm on some other ones for the vertigo, but nothing's working. And then I got put on a new mood stabilizer and taken off my antidepressant, because it just stopped working. Story of my life. So, yeah. I guess the nitty-gritty update on me is things got really bad. Really bad. My aunts and my counselor and everyone in my life were debating on whether or not I was going to be admitted into a psych ward, because I was that bad. I managed to... I'm a promise keeper, so if I make a promise, I'm not going to break it. And so my aunt made me promise her that I was not going to end my life. And so no matter how badly I've wanted to this past week, I couldn't do it, because I made a promise that I wasn't going to do it, and I keep my word. So, yeah. So it went from that to... I was in therapy 3 times last week, and then we went away for the weekend, and I actually treated my aunt like crap last week. I pushed her away so bad. The pain was just so much, and I was just so overwhelmed and so depressed that I didn't want anyone around, so I pushed her away. But she's strong. And she's, her love for me is stronger than my desire to push her away. So, we took a few days. We didn't talk. We came back. We got our crap together. We made right. We went on the trip. And now I feel like we are stronger than ever. And I'm learning through counseling about some of my actions and the way I handle things. And I'm trying my best, because that's all I can do right now. And so it's a day by day process. And for most people, but for me, it's more like an hour by hour process, because right now I'm very good. I'm on top of the world, per se. But I'm also waiting on a lot of news today, and it scares me because I get discouraged really easy, and when I get discouraged, it literally will like kick the chair from underneath me. So I'm trying. I'm doing my best. But I mean, that's all I can do. And like my counselor said, you're allowed to have bad moments and good days, and you're allowed to have good moments and bad days. And so that's what I'm trying to remember, is like, I'm having a good day today. If I have a moment, that's what I need to allow it to be. And like my aunt and I were discussing yesterday, I think I'm going to start like trying to color. And then on the back of the coloring page, I will give it its time, and I will, let it see when, like right on the back of the page, what I'm struggling with, and write it down. And then that's all the time that those thoughts get. After that, they're done. They get no more space, no more time, no more anything. And I continue on with my day. And so it's like giving it its moment to shine, but then closing the curtain and being like, okay, your moment's over with. So learning new coping mechanisms and learning how to be stronger, I guess. So I'm kind of excited about my counseling appointment today. We're supposed to be discussing something, but I'm kind of wondering if I can just lead it in a different direction because of the mood I'm in. I don't want to go down the path that we were supposed to go down today, because the path we were supposed to go down today, I'm trying to heal for some things from my past. And I don't want to touch it right now because I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good about life. And I'm afraid if I touch that, I'm just going to go back to square one. So, like I said, it's just all learning process for me. But I can say that I'm doing better today than I was last week. I'm managing my pain a little bit better. As you can see, like sometimes I squint. That's because, like, the pain, it just, right now, is radiating like that. But then, like, in the back of my head, right here, is where it hurts the most. And so, sitting in an upright position hurts a lot for me. Like, a lot. So, I'm doing my best. That's all I can do. Chiari sucks. But right now, I'm stronger than Chiari. Not every day, but right now, I am stronger than Chiari. So, if you have any questions about my Chiari journey, about any recommendations about doctors, like I said, I'm not a professional. I can only tell you, about the things that I've dealt with on my journey. And, you'll always hear everyone say, go to Dr. Gilmer. Go to Dr. Gilmer. Dr. Gilmer doesn't accept everybody's insurance. Dr. Gilmer has a really long wait list. And I'm sorry, but if you have the pain that I have, I'm not waiting 4 months to be seen by a amazing Chiari doctor. I want to be seen ASAP and get this taken care of. And that's why I'm choosing Dr. Figueroa. Fingers crossed. So, that's my story. That's what you're getting out of me today. Chiari car confessions. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to shoot me a new one, tell me how I suck, let me have it. I don't care at this point. I can handle it. So just, yeah. Thanks for giving me a little bit of your time. Thank you. Sorry the posts are like so far in between. I will update you probably Wednesday morning or Wednesday at some point. Nothing tomorrow because I have doctor's appointments all day tomorrow. And then I will just let you know how the MRI went and everything else like that. So thanks for your time. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, tomorrow's a better day. Or as my aunt says, tomorrow is a new day. And it's up to you to choose what kind of day it's going to be. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day.